What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Got my crew in here. I got my man Corey. I got Clayton and my guy Tump. And yeah, man, it's gonna help me to sort out this question I got about Asia Wilson and why she don't have a signature shoe. You know what I mean? She to me, in my opinion, she the best ball player in the WNBA. They just recently won their second championship. So, you know, and the reason why I'm asking is because you have in Asia Wilson, you got a proven commodity. You know what I mean? A proven winner. And she don't have a shoe, but now you got Caitlin Clark just came into the league and she signed I don't know how much she just signed. Some people say it's like over $20 million. You know what I mean, with a deal. And so if you have somebody who already in the league and is a proven winner, you know, do y'all see like is y'all think that's fair towards Asia and other players who put in that work already?
I'm gonna ask you this question.
Go ahead.
Is anything marketable?
Yeah, I mean, because everybody like a winner, and that's what she's doing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it just didn't start with the WNBA. What she came out of South Carolina? Asia.
She went to South Carolina.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. But
sure. But the reason I'm asking that question is because you have a lot of winners in a lot of different sports,
right?
And leaders on teams that won, but they weren't necessarily marketable, and brands didn't get in bid with them. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of people are upset, and from our community, it's a lot of the black-white thing,
right?
But Angel Reese ain't in the league, but she's marketable, so she finds herself with deals. So the question becomes, what kind of charisma? Does she have that it factor? You know what I'm saying? It's not just about she a champion in her resume. But Caitlin, like it or not, even though she's a white girl, that girl got some swag. And it got brought out. Now, Caitlin owes a lot to Angel because Angel brought a lot of that out too. Well, she was doing this hand thing and then the whole beef and stuff. And Caitlin didn't back down from the beef. They both went at it. And that's a lot of swag right there. So I think, before we make it that, sometimes you got to understand what these companies looking for. Like, I can market you're a champion, but that don't mean folks gonna line up to buy the shit.
So all right, so when you look at it like that, so how do you feel about is that appropriation though? Like all right, so if they going back and forth, Caitlin and Angel, and people say that Caitlin have swag, but then Caitlin benefit more from having swag than Angel. And what I mean by that is when Caitlin is doing her thing and she putting her hand up in her face and all that swag, she have moxie. She is a competitor. Angel, she do all that, and then the narrative is not the same for Angel as it is. Right, yeah. That you know what I mean? So
I think that's the opinion of the minority.
Yeah.
Even in the media, most have celebrated Angel, but what humans tend to do is look at that negative, especially when we already have a cultural bias with us.
Yeah.
We look at the negative thing and say that's her narrative.
Yeah.
I don't agree that that's Angel Reese's narrative.
Yeah. So
I believe she's celebrated as well.
Oh yeah. Angel Reese. Well, Angel, I think. All right, so you can have two champions. You can have the People's Championship, the People's Champion, and you can have somebody who is like the establishment. You know what I mean? They choose that champion too, and so that's why I'm saying, like,
I think.
Go ahead.
I think us, because this Angel Reese hometown. I think here the media don't paint her like national media does.
Yeah.
Here, she gets the benefit of being a competitor, being a winner, being a team player, things like that. Nationally, that national media, I think, is different. I think that national media narrative is like she's the villain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As opposed to Caitlin Clark. As opposed to her. I think we just see it because she homegrown.
Yeah.
So the media here is more acceptable, more, you know what I'm saying, more lovable, things like that. But I think on a national stage, I think it's different.
Yeah, I don't even know how the local media label her.
Yeah.
I was pretty much saying on a national scale because you got a few people like that guy on Speak for Yourself come out and make those negative comments about us, saying if you're gonna call yourself the villain, you gotta live in that. But Angel Reese celebrated herself as that, understanding the game. Like a lot of that, like you need a good guy back, a good versus. So she stepped into that and she celebrated that, like, to a sense. But I think nationally, I still think that narrative is the minority in national media. I think they really celebrate her too.
They really celebrate Angel?
Yes, both of them. I think
well, go ahead, Corey.
No, I'm agreeing with Clayton. Yeah, I mean, and her persona is what it is, and I think she did embrace that good and evil stature. But then if you can market it to your advantage, and see, we're not looking at like whatever society's saying, but they looking at, profit margins, what they can do to boost their brands. So yeah, that's all behind the scene thing. So yeah, whatever can push the bag.
So y'all saying that so Caitlyn is going to be able to push the bag more so than Asia or Angel Reese.
Well, the brands seem like they already been spoken because they already
that's
gave
what I'm
a
saying.
deal. So
that's what I'm saying. So is that fair though?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
But if you in business, we getting what's hot, you know what I'm saying? And we seeing that that's where the money's going. I mean, where we can make the most money up. No disrespect to, the other girl, but it's business.
Yeah, like I said, when you're doing business, I don't understand is it fair or not.
Right.
Yeah. It's just you looking at data and it's proved like Caitlyn, say what you want, but she's got droves and droves of people coming to games. She's got all these fights. And nowadays, I'm gonna tell you one thing that marketing companies look for and brand and people partnering with you look for, and this is in all fields. The first thing they want to know is what kind of followers you have. They want to look at your social media. They want to look at all this stuff. Because when you got numbers, they do business with you. So who's to blame? Who's to blame for Caitlyn having these numbers? Are you going to say it's the media exposure? Because UConn, they was dogs in college, South Carolina, LSU, all these people out there all getting media coverage. So, you know what I mean?
So,
I don't think
all right. So
it's different. It's different. With Caitlyn, the media was different.
Yeah.
It was different. More so than any single player that I've seen it with.
Yeah.
Like you say, UConn had turned out some super players. Tennessee as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember Shamika Holdsclaw getting pushed like this.
Yeah.
I don't remember Maya Moore getting pushed like this. And it's just me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe they were. I just don't remember.
I think not, and a big part of it too is because of social media. Y'all think though is because like you say when you talk about Shamika Holdsclaw, then you talk about and you go back to girls like social media wasn't out like that when those girls, but they was ballers too. Lisa Leslie and then so.
And for their time, they were getting major exposure for the time they were in.
Right.
So now you have to ask, why didn't the fans flock to them?
Right.
I mean, like you brought up Lisa Leslie, she was TV, all this, she was being marketed.
Right.
Candace Parker, marketed and stuff. You got to ask, why aren't the fans going crazy and supporting them and following them like they doing this girl, Caitlyn? You can't always say the media.
I think just women's basketball, especially women's college basketball, is bigger now on the scale.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
So y'all think it's gonna be bigger now, or this is just like one of those anomalies? Like it's gonna be because like is Caitlyn really doing something now that like like we have never seen like any other female ball player do?
No,
on the court,
yeah.
No. But like he say, like they say, driving numbers and endorsers that's putting money behind it.
Yeah.
And you're gonna see her in commercials and things like that. So that's definitely gonna be different than what was before her. You know what I'm saying?
So
I think her logo threes are a little different too. I don't necessarily we seen these
these
logo threes, these deep threes.
Okay.
Like Kelsey Plum, like she was real great in college. She was scoring a lot of points. She shot threes, but not like this, like not so deep. It's like a Steph Curry kind of effect.
Play, man. I think we'll get lost in the wash. It's her game. The girl can ball.
She can ball, she can handle. She see the court.
And I said that myself when I watched it. I ain't know she was that good of a passer. You know what I mean? So she can play, man. You know what I'm saying? So nothing taken away from her game.
Right.
You know.
And I don't think that's an anomaly, Mike.
Yeah.
Because too much money invested.
Well, so I mean, but do that determine like if it's an anomaly though?
They're gonna make sure that it's not.
Right. That's right. Yeah, I think
Okay, so let me ask you this though. Do y'all see another player coming in the college ranks? Do y'all see somebody else that is going to generate this kind of push? I don't know if that's what you were speaking to for as an anomaly or not. I don't know if that's what
you were saying. I mean, because I'm thinking like because all right, if somebody do come behind her, say like Juju. If Juju come behind her and she, she break records and she get this big following and stuff like this, then it won't. That means that it's not an anomaly. But the thing is though, like the talent has always been out there.
That's what I say. The talent part is not an anomaly. But the corporate push.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's that girl's swag.
Yeah.
See, Juju is great. Juju she's great and she got the talent up there and she a dog.
Yeah.
But the thing is, will she be such, will she be so charismatic?
Yeah.
But you can market her.
Yeah, like you go through the rival. Will she have a rival?
Yeah.
To kind of push and elevate her charisma as well and stuff like that. It's a bunch to go into.
I'm about to say a lot of that factors.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff.
Yeah. So I'm thinking though, like, all right, so y'all saying that Caitlyn got she got charisma and she relatable.
All these young girls, a lot of these girls going into the league.
It's the game itself. I don't think she's the only one.
No, she's not. I'm just saying that when you couple that, because to me, she owes a lot to Angel Reese.
Mm-hmm.
That rivalry showed her personality and her charisma and her competitive nature. And then when you couple that with breaking the scoring bracket and the way she played, it's all that stuff coming together.
You look at, and then you throw the social media in there, and you see with the feedback from all of that. So now let's keep inciting it. So now we're gonna like this 5 more, right?
People won't tune in.
Yeah. So to me, I think, but they actually did play good ball,
right?
So it benefited for them, both ways.
Yeah,
the way I look at it, moving forward.
So
they both benefit.
They both benefited, but they did play good ball.
Basketball
needed it, right,
and it could transfer to the WNBA, and they need an injection.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They need an injection.
So what is the WNBA gonna have to do to maintain this momentum and to continue to grow?
Exposure.
Yeah, they gonna do that.
Doors up. Yeah. They open the doors.
What they have to do, Mike, they gonna have to. She gonna have to win.
Yeah,
true.
Right.
Yeah,
she
true.
Gonna have to win.
Narratives, storylines from this point.
Right.
Storylines and expansion. Storylines and expansion. Because now you want to bring more of this talent in.
Because the WNBA don't want her to get lost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So she's going to Indiana. The WNBA, it would be in their best interest for Indiana to put out a good product, good team, a competitive team. They already said they're gonna be on TV.
That's what I'm saying. So there you go. So you see,
they doing what they should be
doing. Right. They ride the wave.
But she has to win. You know, she's on TV every week, twice a week and stuff, and they're losing.
Yeah.
The WNBA still don't benefit from that.
Yeah.
So she has to win.
But I think she has to win over time. So I think that you need to build in that story.
So how much time you give her that you think she should have to win?
I mean, I don't think necessarily first year, but they like give her a mountain to climb, give her a small mountain to climb.
Like what? Those.
And this time we living in now, it'll have to happen in the first 3 years, I think.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, she gonna have to get it done real soon because
With the microwave,
She's not gonna have 7 years like Mike and LeBron had. Yeah, she's not gonna be able to have that. But yeah, she gonna have to get it done soon.
Win, if you see her
there.
In the championship, stuff.
Yeah,
right. That's right.
Yeah. So now what about like the appeal of the WNBA overall, right? Because I was like, and most of the any other sports that you have, like where women play, it's going to be like a type of like a sexual appeal. Like when you look at volleyball players, you look at tennis players, like is you know what I mean? Even though we appreciate the fact that they athletes and they good at what they do, but they also, they're attractive
Easy
women.
On the eyes,
right.
Yeah.
Easy on the eyes, they're attractive women. So is it a way that the WNBA can play up that narrative? Because like at the draft, those young ladies, you know what I mean? They look like
they look good.
Yeah, they look good. They look like young ladies. Like so that right there, I think is going to draw eyes because you have people who, you see them on the court, but like off the court, you can see that they are attractive young ladies. So that right there, you think the WNBA is going to play up that aspect of it. The attractive, especially like when you look at Angel Reese, you know what I mean? She like to model and do, girly type things. So I think that's good for the WNBA.
I think they'll do it in areas where they can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're on the court.
Yeah.
I don't know how much.
On the court, I don't think. Yeah.
But I think
it ain't gonna be like lingerie football or nothing.
Right. So I think in areas where they can, they will. Because I definitely think the draft was orchestrated in that.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
That gown she had on.
And then all the rest of the girls followed too, except the one.
They stepped the level up. They stepped the
I
level
never
up.
thought of that.
Right. They stepped the level up.
They
can see
told
that.
you, I mean, wear your best.
Yeah.
And I never thought. And I think that was the Angel Reese effect.
Right.
I
Exactly.
really do. Like her coming with that.
Yeah.
I never thought of it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So they looking to me that would be beneficial right on and off the court. So if you looking for branding and all that kind of stuff, that beauty part plays definitely in that.
Yeah.
Because you want viewers to tune in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because on and off the court is going to help move merchandise to me.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you feed into that, if you play into that, all right, so Mikey said this is not the first group of attractive women to play ball. Yeah, that's true. Like I remember like Nikki McCrae, you know what I mean? She was nice looking. I mean, you had a whole lot of, you know what I mean? Like I forgot the girl name who played now. Skylar. What's her name? Skylar Diggins.
Yeah. I didn't know the name. I used to like her.
Yeah. So you got a lot of attractive women, but like are they yeah, but all right, Mikey. So you said, "Are we talking about modeling or basketball?" But it's still the appeal though, because and the reason why it's the appeal is because like the men are going to be the ones who a lot of men go watch the game. Well, because all right, women are not watching it. Women not supporting basketball.
Right.
And then, all right, so even if when women see other attractive women, they want to be like them too, though. You know what I mean? Like if you can be an athlete and you can be attractive too, so that's a selling point to other attractive women.
I think the numbers were up for the college game and the championship and all that stuff because women are now tuned in. I think the way these girls are feminine and the way they playing basketball has a appeal to the woman demographic in society and little girls. Because now you got little girls idolizing these feminine women that's playing ball. So I think the spike in audience is young girls and women more so than men. Men are coming over too, but we love the way they played the game as well.
I think
I got captivated.
I think as a whole, let me be real quick. I think as a whole, men watch WNBA more than women.
And I agree.
I think so too.
I agree with you. But you got to keep it to me and listen and not downplaying the previous beautiful women of the sport. They didn't have, like we said before, like social media, man, Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that. these young girls are coming in with hundreds of thousands of people already following.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
So it's pressure on those that might not feel pretty. So we not going to just not include them in there. But I'm just saying it helps. And then when you talking about creating a new market and bringing on new followers, you need all the tools you can get. You need everything. You're beautiful, smart. You can play. That helps. This because men
check all the boxes. Yeah.
You're right. Men probably watch WNBA more, but I'm just saying this spike with the college game and everything that they're hoping translate over. A lot of that viewing audience that growth was women.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that because
Yeah.
I think the men who do watch it already tuned in.
Well, men follow the majority of sports. Men follow, and then women come behind the men. So that's how it works. So even in football and basketball, you know what I mean? Like
NFL.
Men come, and then the men, and women follow them. So that's how
Football, that's a prime
women coming out in droves.
Yeah, that's a prime example.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that I really think that like we'll see if it's for the talent of the league, or we'll see if these girls have really made a real change. So,
but I think they have, though. I really do.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think they have.
Really.
I know we said it's always been talented girls and stuff like that, but it's just something about this crop coming in now, how they've captivated our imagination with the way they're going at each other, the competitive thing,
Yeah.
And I know they've always been that way, but it's just something about that it factor. I don't, you know what I mean? It's like,
I think this may be the first time I can remember that women's competitiveness amongst each other has been celebrated, not being looked at as trying to be too much like a man.
That's the difference.
Ain't mentioning none of that.
Right.
That's the difference.
Right.
They not mentioning
That's the difference. Right. That's the difference.
Yeah, and I hope y'all right. I hope that this is not like, you know what I mean. This is that they really come through and continue this right here, so the women can their league can grow. This right here is like put up or shut up time for the WNBA, because it's the perfect opportunity for them to grow. And if it don't grow when these conditions right here are the way they are, then that just lets you know that the WNBA, in my opinion, is not trying to grow the league like they should, because I think the talent has always been there. And the opportunity, I think, has always been there for them to push the league the way they, the way they
doing it seems like they're doing now.
Right, yeah.
I'm a person to each his own, but I will say there's a segment of this country, especially women, that kind of got turned off with the image of the WNBA being an image filled with lesbians and that kind of thing. And like these girls coming in now, they celebrating their femininity, and that's a turn on to women. It's a segment of this country that just don't like that.
Go back and box. Like they are like an agenda is being pushed. You know what I mean? Like an agenda is being pushed. So let me say, like, all right, for instance, when you look at football and you look at basketball, and remember when in football, remember when the guy, what's his name, Ricky Williams, he wore like a wedding gown or something.
Yeah.
So that right there for football was like an anomaly. You know what I mean? Like that don't happen all the time. And then so in basketball, when you had Dennis Rodman, he also had the wedding dress on. So people didn't feel like, all right, well, we trying to push an agenda for basketball. You know what I mean? Because that was like Dennis just being Dennis. That's Ricky Williams just being, you know what I mean? But when you talk about the basketball, the majority is, the perception is like what Clayton said it is. You know what I mean? Like they trying to push a full-out agenda. But in this year's WNBA draft, it wasn't like that. You saw out of 12 rounds, you saw those young ladies had on gowns and they looked real good.
Right.
And then in the 12th round, then you saw the other young lady so I think that,
So that's what I'm saying. I think they're trying to give you the other side. Like, so right, you saying the lesbian thing was the agenda, but now I'm saying the femininity now is the agenda.
It'd be beautiful.
Because it's appealing.
More men viewers as well.
Men viewers as well, but it's the women. Yeah.
Is this the first year y'all watch women's basketball?
Yeah, wait a minute. What you say? Can y'all hear Mike?
No.
Okay. Oh yeah, probably. Go ahead, Mikey. What you say?
Is this the first year y'all watch women's basketball? I'm so confused.
You said, is this our first year watching women's basketball? No. Why you saying that?
Because I'm confused about how we talking about looks when we talking about women's basketball. I don't think they've been pushing an agenda or they save certain looking people for a second round. Like,
all right, so
we talking about talent. I highly doubt we talking about talent.
Let me let them say what you. I'm gonna tell them what you because they can't hear you.
Oh,
so
all right.
You saying that it's about talent, right?
Yeah, we talking about talent.
Right.
This is not the first group of women.
Right. This is not all right. So she's saying that this is not the first group of women who have came in who have been attractive, and that's true, right? So this not So we're not saying that. But the thing is though, like appeal is you know what I mean, because people are visual, especially men. Appeal is very important to you know, to like
nobody's watching sports. No, I'm not convinced that people only watch women's sports based on how women look.
Gorgeous and beautiful women basketball players.
Yeah.
In the practice. But I think now they go through where now they're like, you know,
it seems like it's a concerted effort on, let's say, WNBA, the sponsors. It's a concerted effort their part to push that part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We can do feminine sexy
and you know what? Even Lexi Brown said the same thing. So y'all know who Lexi Brown is? That's E. Brown's daughter. And Lexi Brown even said the same thing. She said that like when she was playing basketball, she's a nice looking basketball player. She said that like women came up to her and said that, you know, they have never seen a basketball player who looked like her. You know what I mean? Who presented the image in the way that she did. So appeal is like it's talent too. Talent is important because we want to see bums out there, but people do like to see, you know what I mean? They do like to see people, you know.
And I want to add this, like one thing about television viewership and how you bring society into what you offering them, you have to allow the masses to see themselves in it. So sometimes when the league gets this stereotype, I'm not stereotyping them by no means, but when it gets this stereotype of it's just a league full of lesbians and stuff like that, the masses, it's a lot of people can't see themselves in it.
Right. Again, whether they approve of that or not.
Right, but it's not even about, you want to be able to see yourself. So now when you have more femininity being pushed, and they're the stars of the game, then I can see myself in it.
Like you say, that's going to be something that draw people in.
Right, and that's not my. Like I said, I love whatever you do. I'm with it. You know what I mean? Because I think that needs to be seen as well. Because people need to see themselves in medium, regardless. So the whole spectrum should be covered. But I'm just saying, from a business standpoint, and these marketing companies, it's not us saying this.
Right.
I disagree. I feel like it's y'all saying it. I feel like this is y'all opinion.
It's a reason why
I completely disagree.
Right. It's a reason why they put models and in front of products. There's a reason they do that.
Mikey said she said she feel like she disagrees. She said it's just us saying this. And so I mean,
I haven't heard anybody else talk about these young ladies' appearance. Everyone's talking about talent. No one's talking about how they look, their sexuality, or none of that. They talking about talent.
We're not talking about their sexuality either.
Y'all are sexualizing these young ladies, just like every other genre, anything women are in. Stop sexualizing them and recognize them for their talent. We're not worried about how they look. Can these young ladies hoop? Can they hoop?
Now, can this? All right. So you said we're not worried about how they look, right?
Y'all sexualizing them very much so. Y'all very y'all sexualizing sexualizing.
It's a portion of the population that's not worried about that. She's right.
That is a big part of the population not concerned with like
and
they
I'm
are
not worried
just
about it.
concerned
I
with
fell
like
in love with the way they play.
Yeah, I like the way they play too.
So then
I'm
why are
just
we
saying,
talking about how they look?
Because
I'm confused.
that is an issue.
It's not an issue. Where did the issue?
I'm gonna switch sports. We got the Summer Olympics about to come.
Who brought the issue up? How is it an issue?
The athletes, women athletes in the Olympics.
Track and field.
Right.
Go right there.
Right. That's what I was talking about anyway. That's what I was talking about anyway.
Right.
Now, we don't know or care what their sexual orientation is. You know what I'm saying? But we watch because it's in the field. Man, that's a good looking woman.
The
right
reason
there.
why I
you know what I'm
agree.
saying? So we tune in. You know what I mean?
You see that
That's
head
all.
be done. The
Yeah.
braids
Women's
be
college
done.
basketball
Like,
been
they
a
ain't
market.
out there
I'm pretty
looking
sure
like-
the majority of women that watch the WNBA are former basketball players
Right.
Yeah.
They putting effort to it.
from any age group.
They know they've been watched
And
throughout
of course,
the world.
right,
Absolutely.
of course,
Yeah.
the uniform is different.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Uniform different, but yeah.
That's a good looking woman. You know?
So all right, Mike, go ahead. What's your point? You said when is women basketball just for what?
No, I'm saying like I don't think that only men or the majority of the viewers who watch the WNBA are men. I feel like a lot of people that watch the WNBA are young women who are playing basketball or women who played basketball and understand the sport. I don't think nobody's looking at them physically and being like, "Oh, they look good. Let me watch a game." That sounds weird.
1 point at a time, so I can you can get some feedback. Yeah, one point at a time. So you said you feel like the young women, people only basing what they, the WNBA on talent, right? So all right, so if that's true, if they just basing it on talent, and the people who follow in the WNBA are women, in order to expand your market beyond the current diehard fans because you have diehard men who I watch AAU basketball, I watch college women basketball, I watch anything that's because I'm a diehard basketball fan. But if you want to expand beyond your diehard base, then you have to present them with a product that they that they want to see. And like Clayton said, they gotta be something that people can see in themselves.
They can't see athletes in themselves?
Yeah, everybody is an athlete.
No, everybody's not an athlete. That's not a true statement.
As human beings, we are all athletes.
That's not a true statement.
We are.
Everybody is not an athlete.
The most athletic being on this planet is the human being.
Everybody's not an athlete. Now everybody's not an athlete.
Go ahead.
One thing I love what Angel Reese said during draft day when she got drafted, she talked about her impact. And number one thing, her impact she spoke about was how girls and young girls coming up to her can relate to her.
Right.
Relatability is huge when you're talking about marketability.
That's true.
That's all. That's all we're saying.
Relating to her as far as her attitude.
That's not necessary.
And her being the villain, not relating to her because she's a pretty girl.
I'm saying even Angel Reese understood that, it's so many young girls that can relate to her.
Yeah. And so and Angel Reese, she played that up.
Yes.
But they related to her because of her attitude and her talent, not because she's a pretty girl.
Yeah. So all right, so you're gonna tell a room full of men that they don't.
I'm telling a room full of men that these young ladies that are looking up to Angel Reese are looking up to her because of her talent and because her attitude, not because she's pretty.
Yeah, well, I mean, the attractiveness don't hurt. It's just what
I'm talking about her talent. They're looking up to her talent. These little girls that's looking up to her, not looking at that. They looking at her talent.
Taking away from away from their game.
Right.
Yeah,
you are though. Y'all are taking away from that game.
Yeah, because if you know what I mean, because she is not the first talented ball player. You can go back to Cheryl Miller. You can go back to
but did those kids see Cheryl Miller? The kids who look up to her, have they had a chance to see? Did they see Cheryl Miller play?
Yeah, Cheryl Miller was good.
Yeah, but
the kids who are looking up to Angel, did they see that?
Did they see what? Did they see Cheryl Miller was great?
Yeah.
No, I mean a lot of those
exactly. So she's that for this generation because of her talent, not because of how she looks.
There's a lot of talent out there. Though.
Okay, you're right.
There's a lot of talent out there.
You're right. You're right.
Jobs why was Lisa Leslie promoted so well? Because she accepted her femininity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she wound up on TV and on movies. Candace Parker.
So then Candace Parker just married a woman.
Yeah, we know that.
So what is that about? Like, I'm confused. It's not about embracing femininity. It's about playing basketball.
I'm not saying, you know.
I'm not. I mean, it definitely has some effect on the on the league.
So it doesn't.
Some of them chicks didn't look feminine to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know that comes with the sport.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm so confused about why y'all watch women's basketball now.
Because we are basketball fans.
No, y'all sound like old perverted men, not like basketball fans.
Yeah, we watch sports because we fans. And you know, that's all we talk about is sports.
So y'all watch the NBA because all the men look good?
No, we don't.
So then I'm confused about what we're talking about.
Everything that we've talked about over the last month and the tournament, everything is all that loss when we talked about how we praise how well they play. Is that all gone?
Yeah.
Because of
not at all.
No, now we perverts, but now we perverts.
Is all that gone now?
Yeah. But
y'all sound like weirdos. Seriously, like
you missed. Well, let me make this point, because see, this is the reason why the league won't grow. Because when I make a suggestion, when I say about basketball, men basketball throughout the years have made changes, right? And then as soon as you ask, you tell a WNBA player or somebody else, well, consider this change or make this change, then they don't want to change. They don't even want to think about a change. They were like, well, this is what we do, either accept it or reject it. That's how it is. And so if you're a used car salesman and you're on a lot and you selling blue cars, and somebody come up there and they want a red car, and they were like, well, this is all we got, either take this or don't take it. So my point is, if you're trying to sell a product, then you have to cater to your audience, or you need to expand your audience. And that's all we're saying. Like a crop of young ladies who present themselves in a different, not that the way that they was presented was wrong in the first place, but you got to have that balance, so you got to have something different. So if women are unwilling to see that a change is needed, then the WNBA won't grow, and that's the bottom line. The NBA, the male league, have changed throughout the years.
This is perspective. How do you know how many changes the WNBA have made?
We watched the WNBA.
Which board meeting have you sat in on?
Coming to the end. So these girls don't have to change within the league. You can still be yourself.
Right.
The best thing that's happening is you got a crop coming in. You got stars now emerging that's very feminine in nature. So the two things are coming together.
Right.
Nobody has to change who they are.
Right.
Be unapologetically you. And it's almost like the perfect storm is happening. That's all.
Right.
You know.
Right. Yeah. Clayton blew my mind with that. Like that.
Yeah.
Mike ain't got no answer.
He on.
I have an answer for everything. Y'all just can't hear me. I really have an answer for everything. It's just that he's not relaying the message. I literally have a response for all of it.
You just had what's your response to what Clayton just said?
It's talent that's bringing it in. Ain't nobody sitting there looking at Caitlin Clark attracted to her and watching it because she looks.
I have heard so many.
They're looking because she got a good shot. She bringing eyes to the game because she's talented. This is not the first group of girly girls or feminine women that got drafted. This is y'all first time seeing it. This is y'all first time seeing it.
Look.
What are we talking about? Yeah, because y'all really,
So look, she said this is not the first group of girly girls who have came into the league. So
no.
But they the stars.
Yeah, right.
They have social media.
Yeah.
You know.
What are we talking about?
Influence stuff like that, but I'm just saying,
like the social media thing. A lot of them are influenced.
It makes a difference.
We're not saying that they are the first.
No,
But one thing about it, when you get this lightning rod
Right.
coming in, Caitlin Clark,
Yeah.
that's bringing all these eyes. I know it's not the first, but now all of a sudden people looking at it and seeing all
Not
this.
because she's not because she look good though. Please tell him I said that.
I
It's
thought it
not
was.
because she's a
Oh,
pretty girl. It's because she's talented.
so
Yeah.
you got to look at that as well.
Yeah. And all right. So she says not because she looked good, because she's talented. But all right. So we
said that.
We
Yeah.
agreed.
Yeah.
We said
And
that.
then on top of that,
Why are we
even-
talking about their looks?
because people say, well, all right, Caitlin and Angel Reese off the court clean up really well. I have heard other people even say that. So if they mentioning it, that means that it's it has a certain appeal.
Mind.
Yeah. So yeah. But my thing is the WNBA, if they don't, accept that like change is needed in every
Why are
business
they
to grow.
Why are they
then-
so headstrong and this is the way we're going to do it?
Yeah, well,
Why
because
are they-
I like a lot of
I'll tell you why I think. But go ahead.
no, I think that's just like I don't know. I just think like I just think that's like a female trait.
Let me tell you what I think. Because the NBA is going to make sure no matter what they stay afloat.
Yeah,
If it was a thing where as though sink or swim, whether we change or not, they would be more susceptible to change.
yeah.
But because they know the NBA is
Oh, okay.
up, they could be like, man, I ain't doing that.
Right,
They know
right.
they still won't have a lead.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But if
yeah,
they think, well, we don't change a little bit, we gonna sink.
yeah.
I think they would be more susceptible.
Well, yeah, and I think
Mm.
I don't understand like how some of the WNBA players don't realize that. All right, and I always say like the NBA is subsidizing them. So in a way, if they subsidizing them, then they holding them back. So all right, so if you subsidizing me and you telling me that everything that I'm doing within this league is good and is right, then I would see that as you holding me back. You are enabling me. You know what I mean? Instead of like, all right, well let's figure out a way to grow this league. The NBA, to me, it just seemed like they just like going along with anything or everything that the WNBA or what they want to do. And so that's, to me, it's just like they holding them back, or they doing that because they don't want them to grow.
Big brother and little brother.
Am I
Right, yeah.
subsidizing you and I'm not getting any return on the money I'm investing in the league? Am I not, that I don't stand to gain any of the profit?
What you mean,
The,
Artie?
the NBA.
Well,
But see, they don't really turn a profit.
But
Right.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying
the NBA
is
don't.
at this stage,
Right.
but they're trying to.
Yeah, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
are they
Like,
really
so,
trying to turn a profit?
I believe
though?
they are.
I would think.
Yeah.
Man,
All right. Well.
I don't
All right.
know, but I
Because
would think.
you would think. All right. Just
Why
like
do
I
you
used
think
to.
they talking about expanding and everything? They're
Right.
trying to increase
Right.
revenue.
Well, we'll
Find a
see.
way.
They've been talking about expansion for a long time.
It
now.
is that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's expansion or movement.
No, they
Yeah.
got 2 teams coming in. They're gonna expand in 25.
Okay, but right, they expand 25, right?
Are they new teams?
But
Yeah.
okay, so but that don't mean that 26 and 27, some other teams might get cut. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because it used to be more teams than what it is now.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it used to be more teams than what it is now.
So,
it could possibly happen. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So it could be a thing where it's all right. Well, this market is hot for women's
Right. That's
basketball,
what I'm saying.
and then so we'll put 2 teams there,
Right,
and then
right.
if this market over here collapse, it don't
Yeah,
matter because we still have these 12 teams.
Well,
But I just think like in any business though, you have to be. You have to
that's
be.
why they kept that girl in Indiana.
Yeah, they should put it.
It represents that tri-state.
Yeah, right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why they kept it there.
Yeah, I just think in any business though, you have to be willing to adapt to the situation, willing to change. And so we'll see this year, like when this crop of young ladies come in here, if the WNBA is serious about growth, because what they need to do is they need to promote their new stars. And what happens is like they got a bunch of older girls who've been in the league for a long time, older women, I'm saying, who've been in the league for a long time, and they're not really moving the needle.
Didn't the statement get released that they've already added more TV games for the Indiana team and
Yeah.
stuff like that? So to me,
Right.
that sounds like a commitment.
Yes,
trying to
moving
grow.
forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see. I just think that you know, if people are unwilling to adapt and they unwilling to change, then they're not gonna be able to grow.
And look what they did with their draft night.
Yeah.
Look what they did with all the fanfare and the pageantry and all this stuff.
Yeah.
To me, they investing in it.
I hope so. I hope so. It looked different.
And I'm gonna tell you who's not gonna allow them not to push and try to grow.
Ooh.
Nike, State Farm, all these investors that's investing in these girls.
Yeah.
They behind it. You gonna have to.
Yeah.
And then the television networks. The television network won't let you come in and stay stagnant.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta grow my revenue. You gotta grow.
Yeah. We'll see this year if they because
they might be on, not to cut you off,
no,
but I think they might be on like a trajectory as viewership and stuff. They might be at an all-time high.
This season coming in?
Season,
who's not going to tune in this year?
Right.
Because you want to see these young ladies.
I want to see what's going to happen. Right? And then what helped them was Tarasi talking smack and James coming in.
Right.
All that's great narrative.
Right.
You know, so that's theater, baby.
I want to see.
Kelsey Plum talking smack to Pat McAfee and keep that same energy with Caitlin. I know she Indiana.
They know what they
so they building this thing, man. I think they doing it good.
They know what they doing.
So I just want to say this about like anytime we have a debate or we have a discussion about something and we don't see eye to eye, we don't agree. The thing with me is like if you got a point to make, you need to be able to make your point, like argue your point without getting emotional. And so if you can't make your point or argue your point without getting emotional, then to me, in my bag, you lost. Because you know what I mean? I can respect a person if you make your point and you say, well, I'm standing on this because of this, and this. So that's as men, that's what we all do. You stand on, you know, how you feel, you articulate your point the best way you can. But when you say, well, what are we, are we perverse or are we this or are we that? You know, you gotta don't go to name calling or finger pointing. Just make your point and stand on what you think, you know, what the merits of your point is. And with that, I think we won this argument. Don't get emotional when somebody have a different take on something. I just believe that if you look at any sport that women play, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, like men watch we appreciate the fact that they're athletes. Right. You know what I mean? We appreciate the fact, I don't care what sport you're talking about, we appreciate the fact that they're athletes. But then too, if they, you know what I mean, if they are, you know, if they are easy on the eyes, you know, like Tom say, then that's some appeal to it too. And you know, it is what it is. So all right, man. Let me play. I'm gonna put your run up here, Jack. So we can
Clayton Jones, Amazon.com. Trauma, my love letter to the world.
Yeah. And like I said, yo, we make our points, man, the best way we can, articulate the best way we can, and just stand on it like that. But I think when you talking to men, you can't just tell us that the way somebody look, you know what I mean, like that appeal is not, you know, you don't appreciate that. You know, I watch tennis, I watch
boxing,
I watch
female boxing,
yeah.
MMA.
Well, yeah. You
like I said, the Olympics, swimming,
I watch all of that.
All that stuff.
Yeah, we watch all of these sports, and then you know, so if somebody in boxing or MMA, if they attractive,
you know, some women critique themselves more. They on the beauty side of things, the feminine side. Then some women don't care. Yeah.
So I mean, and it's got to be something there for every audience that you know what I mean.
That's the beauty of sport.
Yeah, exactly. It got to be something there for every audience.
Everybody watching for the same reason.
Right. Everybody watching for something different.
That's the beauty of sport.
And that's it. So if you watching for one thing, you know, like I said, if you got a used car lot and you got a whole bunch of colors on it, you're gonna attract the whole, you know what I mean, a lot more customers than if you are. I only got blue cars, you know.
I want a white.
Yeah. So man. So with that being said, though, man, I appreciate y'all, man, coming in and chopping it up, you know. And I also appreciate the people who check out the content. And don't forget, man, y'all go to the link and check out my man Clayton Jones, man. My love letter to the world. Go to that link and check them out. Oh, I'm sorry. I said letter.
Yeah, that love, my love letter to the world. Let me explain. That's just the subtype.
Oh, okay.
So it's trauma, and then
I got to change it then.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, I got to change it. Yeah, I'm gonna change it. All right.
That's
So
what's up, man. I appreciate you even doing it, bro.
yeah, nah, man.
I ain't mad at
y'all cats come in here and you know and donate y'all time. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, bro,
so
I'm looking forward to
yeah. With that being said, though, man, like I said, we appreciate y'all tune in every Saturday and Sunday for this live. We talk about a little bit of everything. So tune in Saturday and Sunday, and when you tune in, you want to make a point, man. Be able to articulate and stand on what you know how you feel. We don't have no we don't whatever, state what you state, and then that's it. So with that being said, man, we out of here, and we'll see y'all next weekend. Peace.